Alright, I was going to run naked on this today, but my wife came out in the garage when I was preparing, and she's like, dude, you can't run around naked on the bike. You're going to get arrested. So I got dressed, put all my gear on, and of course, running naked really means the windshield's off for the summer. So when I first got on the bike today, I was like, hey, I don't have a windshield on. So I will just talk about how the bike is with no windshield. You know, that's how they used to do it in the old days. And then I realized, because I always like to ride a little bit before I do a vlog or start talking or any sort of video, I have realized out of my entire life of motorcycles, and how many I've had, and it's only been 5 or 6, so yeah, I know it's not a lot. A Suzuki, Street Glide Special. By the way, I had the Suzuki for like a month, but you probably already know that story. Street Glide Special, an Ultra Limited, a Road Glide Limited that I have now, and then this Road King. I have finally gonna say it out loud. This is my favorite motorcycle. I've done videos before where people have passed me on the double line when I'm doing 55 and a 50. But that's okay, because I'm on the King. You probably just wanted to get a look at my big old headlight. But I realized, and for all the reasons that we've talked about and are pretty obvious, the classic look, how this thing rides, it amazes me every time I'm out. This bike is so much lighter than my Road Glide, and how much you can kind of, I don't use the word whip it around, but how you can take corners and everything a little bit differently. Obviously, it's a 2000, so it doesn't have the braking system like they do nowadays. But I'll tell you what, I've just decided it's my favorite bike. And every time I get on it and ride, I'm just like, why did I ride this more? So I got to get into some sort of schedule. So for you folks that are fortunate to have 2 motorcycles, how do you decide what to ride? I get on the Road Glide and I'm like, oh man, this bike is so comfy, so cool. I love riding back here. It's great for touring, obviously, and got everything you need. Radio. It's GPS. It's got everything you need. Heated grips, all that crap. And then you realize, man, the basics, how it was in the beginning. Maybe I'm way out of line or crazy, but you remember those old videos? You see any of those old motorcycle videos of and I guess I shouldn't say just guys, but mostly I remember guys, where they didn't wear a helmet. It was black and white pictures. They were on the older bikes. They roared like this one does. And you're just like, man, that's living right there. That is living. So, if I have a, normally when it's cold out, because I'm a sissy at times, I do have a Clockworks windshield that I put on mostly late fall, early spring. Just to protect from the wind so I can get a little more time out on the Road King. And, once I take it off, it's off, baby. And today was that day. So we are running naked, no windshield. And because, going back to my conversation earlier is, in the old days, when I used to walk to school up a mountain with a backpack and no shoes, you have no stupid windshields, right? You know, right now, I have a full face helmet on and I do have the shield down, but only because I'm talking to you. And when you ride a bike like this, you got to take a rock or two to the face to really get the full experience, right? This area right here always has a ton of gravel in it. And I always want to come out like with a broom. But it seems a little weird, doesn't it? Actually, it's not too bad today. Where the heck is everybody? Perfect. But riding it with just the wind, isn't that what it's about? I mean, even though, you know, I know there's different type of helmets. There's the you know, just the top, what do they call that, the shell, and then there's the ones that flip up, and then there's half, and then there's full face like mine, and, you know, on most bikes, even if you have a half, you're still not getting a wind like you are now. Yeah, it gets too hot, maybe it's bad, or it's too cold. Man, this is living. I'm telling you, it's my favorite bike. And so many of you talk really well about Duke the King, and he appreciates that. And I know that it's not easy to have two motorcycles, but I'm telling you what, you can find an older Road King like this, I'm convinced, for $4,000 or $5,000, right? So, and this bike is just beautiful, and it's become, no doubt, my favorite motorcycle. I'm going to find a way to just ride it more. I rode 150 miles yesterday on the Road Glide, and maybe I wouldn't take this long touring because it's obviously not as comfortable. As a matter of fact, I have the old shocks off of my Road Glide when I put on new suspension there, and so people are talking about, hey, you know, you can throw those on your Road King and it'll be great. There's part of me that doesn't want to do it. I like a little bit of that uncomfortableness for some strange reason. I won't share publicly with you. But, man, there's just something about it. And you know, it's hard. It's like your kids. You know, you don't have a favorite kid. You know, they're all different. This one's different, this one's different, this one's different, this one's different, and this one's different, and there's this. Okay, I don't have 6. But sometimes I do get cards on Father's Day from people I don't recall. Okay, that's bad. Take that out. Beep, beep, beep. Rewind. Mrs. BoDean, if you're watching this video, it was all a joke. Yes, just the two we have, sweetheart. That's it. I promise. Honest engine. But there's just something about wanting to ride this bike more and more, and they really are affordable. You got to make sure you can work on them, or you know you're going to have to pay somebody to get it worked on. But there's something about riding out here right now on the middle of a Sunday, and I'm not sure why there's no cars. There's one that just makes it crazy. Nah, this doesn't look risky right here, does it? Watch those tires. But yeah, I love it. And my question again back for you is there one of the bikes, either one that you have right now? And I know it's easy to say, yeah, my current bike's my favorite bike. I get it. Which one did you get super excited when you were getting on it? Like, I was coming out of the garage today, and I don't know if you could hear it in my voice, but I was like, man, the King is rumbling. I can't wait to get on and ride. You had to have one of those favorite ones, right? Come on. Fess up. Tell it what it is. Tell it like it is. I won't tell your bike. I really won't. So, and you know, the more and more by the way that I ride this thing, I'm always like, you know, it's an around the town bike, but you know what, this thing can run, you know, I would say a good 70, 75 is probably all that I take it up to, but, you know, it's running 60 now, and it's running beautiful, right? Kind of a windy day, so I'm getting blown around a little bit, but it's all about the wind and the breeze and the ride, right, folks? So, all right, I am going to make a stop up here at one of my favorite pubs. And I'm not going to tell you where. I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'm not going to confirm or deny I was there. Because Mrs. BoDean would not be happy with me. And we don't want that. Be safe, folks out there. I'm going to try to take this roundabout just straight and fly over it because I'm on the key. Take care of each other. Be safe. Check on a friend. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye, folks.